My name is Michael Marcucci. I work at GE Capital, and I've been in financial services for a little over 30 years. And I've been working since I was 16 years old. And when I got my first job, I vividly remember my first paycheck was $43, and I thought I had died and gone to heaven. Going to graduate school was a tremendous challenge. Some people go to graduate school full-time, great for them. For me, my wife and I had 3 children that we were raising, 3 young children. I was commuting from Rhode Island to Boston, and I was going to school at night. So going to grad school for 3.5 years to get my MBA taught me more about time management and discipline than anything else. Right now, where I am is that I am passionate about sound risk management, and that means leveraging the use of data, leveraging subject matter experts, and having the discipline to put together the proactive analytics so that management understands the risk at the margin that's being accepted in the portfolio. Auditors and risk managers know, particularly for larger institutions, that if you find a mistake or a problem or a control issue over here, then it's only a matter of time before that same control issue pops up at a different part of the organization. So the job of audit is to look at those thematic issues and tie those together and come back to the board of directors or the audit committee and explain why these thematic control concerns are occurring or why they're repeating. But even questioning policy, whether or not the policies are appropriate for the risk that's being taken into the bank's portfolio. The trends that we're seeing on the credit risk side are sort of the same trends that we've seen over and over again. As banks begin to grow, sometimes they grow a little bit too fast and sometimes the concentrations grow. For smaller commercial banks, that means concentration in things like commercial real estate and multifamily homes. Now, each bank is different, but if you look back at the history of bank failures on the FDIC's website, you'll see that there are some common themes. When you have that almost lethal combination of high growth plus high concentration in certain categories, that's important for danger, and the regulators recognize that. Right now, good risk managers and board members should be demanding information on concentrations in the portfolio, on the growth within those concentrations, and also if there's a well-defined risk appetite, how those concentrations match up against that risk appetite. The genesis of the article that I wrote, the Canary in the Coal Mine, came from a conference that I attended in Boston late last year. The speaker was Tom Carr, the control of the currency, and his point was that credit losses, non-accruals, and delinquency are at an all-time low right now. And therefore, he had concerns around increasing credit risk. The key message of the article is that sound risk management is an investment, that we should not be lulled into complacency because losses and charge-offs are so low right now, and that this is the time that boards, risk managers, and bank executives should be investing in data, in training, and analytics to capture those risks and understand what is happening within their portfolio. Do not be afraid to get your hands dirty. If you talk to any senior executive, any board member, and ask them, what was the most formative experience you had in your career? It wouldn't be something that happened last year or 2 years ago. It would be something that happened 20 or 30 years ago. Either a formative experience or a mentor who took a chance on them and said, I'm going to give you a position of responsibility.